hello. Come on in. Hi, do you just want to take a seat? Well, hello. My name's Lucy and I'm a personal trainer here and nutritionist advisor. Now you are booked in today, aren't you, for your little body analysis session? So, before we get started, I always like to ask, have you ever had one of these types of meetings before? No. Okay, that's fine. Well, just in brief, basically for any of our clients that would like to sign up to our personal training sessions, what we like to do is meet with them prior and just get a bit of an insight into their current body state, as it were, and their lifestyle, and then we can begin to work with you on your fitness goals. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is something called BMI. So that is your body mass index. Now I'm going to be taking a variety of measurements today, so if you wouldn't mind, before we get started, just removing your top. I can see you've got some shorts on anyway, but if you'd just like to remove your top, because later I will just be taking a measurement across your chest and your stomach. Okay, so I'll just give you a moment to do that and then we can get started. Okay, I'll just open up a new file as well for you. It's warm out there today, isn't it? Okay, can I just double check your name? And your date of birth. Lovely. Okay, and your address, please. Perfect. Okay, and if I could just grab your email address as well. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. It just means that when you do start the regular personal training sessions, it just basically means that I can pop you kind of like a weekly motivational email. Alright. And could I get your best contact number, please? Lovely. Okay, well that is all the basic information I need. So, as I said before, what I'm going to do first is a very simple measurement. So it's just your BMI, which is your body mass index, and that's basically going to tell me whether you are in a healthy weight range. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, could I ask you just to step on the scales just there? Okay, so let's have a look. Just give them a moment to load. Lovely. Okay, pop off them now. Just pop that in there. And now, as you can see, just there, I've got my little measurer. So if you just want to stand just there, I'm just going to come and take your height measurement, okay? Right. Okay. So, from that, I can calculate your BMI. Okay, so you are fairly middle of the range. Okay, I'll give you kind of an overview of the boundaries. So as you can see here, if you just want to look here, that is your BMI at the moment, okay? Now, as you can see, if you were going to be underweight, that's anything under 18.5. A healthy weight is anything in between 18.5 and 25. Anything overweight is between 25 and 30, and anything over 30 is obese. Okay, now you are not in the obese range or the overweight range, but you are just on that borderline. Okay, now for me, that lets me know that we can definitely work to reduce your overall body weight. Okay, and that's going to put you, I'd really like to see you on that lower end of the healthy weight range. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in your file. Now the next thing that I'm going to be looking at is your body fat percentage. Now some people either choose to do BMI and just work with that, other people just choose to do body fat. For me, I like to do both, but body fat really gives you quite an accurate look at if you are overweight or not. Now, as we can tell, you're not overweight, but it does give us something to work with because we're going to be taking accurate measurements of different areas of your body. Okay, so I shall get my tape measure. Now, what I'm going to do is, starting from your neck, I'm going to be taking your measurement in inches, okay, and jotting each of them down. So I'll be taking your neck measurement, working down, I'm going to be taking the measurement across your chest, your waist, around your middle, going down to your hips, and then I'm going to be taking the measurement of each of your legs. Okay, so I'll be taking around your top of your leg, alright, so your thigh, down to your knee, and all the way down to your ankle. Okay, so I'll be taking each of those measurements, and then using as well your height and weight, I'm going to be able to determine your body fat percentage. Make sense? Fab. Okay, so if you'd like to just stand up for me again, and we will get started. If you actually want to come round this way, I can jot it down at the same time. Okay, so let's start with your neck. Okay, so let's just, if you just lift your head up slightly. Perfect. Let's just jot that down. Okay, moving round to your chest. Now, if you'd just like to pop your arms up for me. Okay. Lovely, let me just jot that down. Now, I'm going to be moving on to around your waist. So that is the narrowest part of you. Let's just go around here. Wonderful. And next, just moving on to your hips again. Now, let's have a look around there. Perfect. And now I'm just going to basically take an average really of your legs. Normally they're pretty similar, but let's just start with the tops of your thighs. Okay, so I'm just down here. Okay, and I'll do one leg first and then I'll move around to the other one. So let's take your knee as well. And now your ankle. Perfect. Let me just jot those down. Okay, so I'm going to come round now to the other side. So just going around the thigh there. Don't worry, I always warm up my tape measure. Right, let's get your knee as well. And just working your way down to the ankle. Perfect. So the last measurement I just want to do is round your wrists, okay? So just pass me your wrist. Okay. And your other wrist, please. Lovely. Okay, that is all the measuring done. Right, let's have a look at your body fat percentage. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of information as well. Okay, so as I thought, you're within the average range. Okay, so if you just want to look here, there we go. So for your age, you are again within the average range, so that's absolutely fine, nothing to worry about there. As you can see, if you were an athlete, for women your percentage would be 14 to 20%, but for men it would be 6 to 13%. Now if you've got a certain good level of fitness, your percentage for women would be 21 to 24%, and for men 14 to 17%. Now you're within this average range, so as you can see, for women 25 to 31% and men 18 to 24%. Okay, so you, I think, should be, I would like to get you within that kind of top end, I reckon, to middle of the fitness, okay, level. So I think that is definitely achievable. Okay, so what does this really mean for you? Well, if you were looking to be a swimwear model, then you would want a lean percentage of body fat, okay? So you don't want to fall below your essential fat, because we all need that essential fat. But if you were looking to have really toned muscles, and people like bodybuilders have a very, very lean, low percentage of body fat, okay? Which is why you can see all of the lean muscle, alright? So let's talk a little bit about your fitness goals, alright? Now, is there any particular reason why you signed up for personal training? Okay. Well, that's always a very popular reason for people signing up. Something like a holiday is definitely a good aim. Now, so that is in 6 weeks' time. Okay, right. So we've got 6 weeks to really make you feel great. Okay. So, what I would like to know is a bit about your current lifestyle. Now, can I ask for your job? Do you do a desk job where you're sat down all day, or are you more active? Okay. Yeah, that is difficult. Okay, so you're sat down for a large majority of the day. Now, you are not alone in that. None of us get as much exercise as we should, especially if we're doing jobs where we're sat down for a large majority of the day. And then we're tired and we get home, and I get it, alright? But there are some simple ways to introduce exercise into your everyday routine. For example, you could be sat on a ball at work, an exercise ball. You can purchase little steppers that can go under your desk just to keep your leg muscles and your feet active. You could have little weights on your desk, and when you have a spare moment, you could be lifting some weights. So there are a few things that we can do just to gradually build that level of activity. Alright, so I just pop on here that you do a desk job. Okay, so how would you rate your activity level then? Would you say it's quite low? Okay, I mean, what we want to be aiming for really is at least 30 minutes of exercise every day. Now that could be a brisk walk for 30 minutes, doing some gardening, cleaning the house. It could be something as simple as that, or it could be something like breaking up that 30 minutes. So you could do 15 minutes at the gym in the morning, and then maybe 15 minutes swim in the evening. So just really keeping that body and that heart really healthy. Alright, does that sound like something we could work together to do? I'm liking your attitude. It's good. Okay, so current fitness level. And we want to get you to a really good fitness level. Now, I'm not looking to turn you into an athlete. All I want to do is really to give your metabolism a bit of a boost and give you a bit more energy. And so when you are feeling sluggish, basically you can brush that to one side and think, right, I'm going to do a little bit of exercise and make myself feel better. Yeah. Fab. Okay, now a bit about your general eating habits, because diet plays a huge part in your appearance, your weight, all of that obviously. And you can be exercising for large proportions of the day, but if you're eating takeaways, absolute rubbish, it's not going to make a difference. So diet, be honest with me. Give me just an overview of a basic day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, yeah. Right, and what about snacking? Okay, stop there. Okay, right. So diet is something we definitely need to address together. Now, with you today, I'm going to give you some booklets on a guide to healthy eating. I'm not talking about going out and getting all organic food and buying yourself a juicer. Nothing like that. Really, really simple, basic things you can do to just introduce a bit more of a healthy diet. Okay? So, let's start with your breakfast. It's quite high in sugar. Now, lots of people turn to cereal because they think, oh great, it's really healthy, it's going to keep me slim. Actually, some of them are full of sugar. So what I want you to do is, you can still have cereal, that's fine, but look for one that's whole grain and low in sugar but high in fibre. Okay, So that's really going to sustain your energy levels throughout the morning and stop you from picking up that naughty chocolate bar snack. Alright? Now, your lunch. It's quite carbohydrate high, really. What I would say is it's absolutely fine to have a sandwich, that's fine. Try and not have white bread, try and go for wholemeal, but instead of the crisps and biscuits and all of that I know you really want to grab to get you through the rest of the day, grab a piece of fresh fruit, take with you an apple, okay, because it's going to give you a natural sugar high, it's full of fibre, it's going to keep you feeling fuller for longer, and obviously we want as many fruit and vegetables as we can, okay? Also, I want you to try and replace the sugary drinks with water. Now, tea, I do love a cuppa, so I completely understand if you want to have your caffeine, I understand that. Try and limit the amount of cups you do have a day though, okay, because it can mess with your system, and really we want to try and stick on water as much as we can. But if you want to have a boost in the morning, that's perfectly understandable, and mid-afternoon when you're feeling sluggish, alright? But rest of the time, water, okay? Now, what else? Your dinner. Now, you're eating quite late, I notice. That's not unusual, especially for people who work a lot, but it can sit quite heavy on you. And remember, anything you eat past 7 o'clock stays with you throughout the night, okay? So that is going to be turned automatically into fat, okay, because your body is in its rest stage, it has no opportunity to burn it off, alright? So try and limit your carbs again. With protein, what you want to be looking for, if you're going to have your meat or your fish, you should be looking for it to be the size of your palm, okay? So again, we want lots of fresh vegetables, okay? Steaming is really great. You can get those little steam bags that you can pop in the microwave, really, really easy, alright? You sure? Not too shocked? You can handle it? Okay. So, I'm just going to pop down that advice there. And what I'll be doing is giving you a printout of all of this, okay? And when you come in next time, now I've got a little overview of you, we can work on that fitness schedule. Alright? So let me just finish this. Now, just to check, you don't smoke, do you? No. Okay, so that's brilliant. Alcohol consumption. No, that's okay, that's fine. And I know you mentioned that you had a takeaway. Do you have a lot of takeaways? Okay, so I would say everything in moderation. If you're going to have a takeaway, limit it to one a week and try and just be mindful of what you're having, okay? So if you normally have a really huge portion, just try and reduce it a little bit, okay? It doesn't have to be a lot to begin with, but just try and reduce that portion size because that plays such a huge part. So I would actually recommend going and buying some smaller plates. It sounds a bit bizarre, but it really does work, okay? Because obviously if you're eating off of a huge dinner plate, you're going to have much more food on there. Alright, so portion control is really important. What I want you to understand from today is that your goal within that 6 weeks is completely achievable. Okay, I'm going to work with you further on your exercise routine. We're just going to start really slowly. We're not going to have to work out every day. I just want you to basically come and see me 3 times a week, okay? And we're going to gradually build up. So we're going to start nice and slow, just really working on your general level of fitness. And then we're going to start to target certain areas and really strengthen you and get that lean muscle. Alright? I always say strong, not skinny. Alright? So I want you to feel really good, really healthy, and your diet is going to play a big part in that as well. So we'll work on that together, and I promise you in 6 weeks' time you are going to look amazing. I mean, you look wonderful as you are, but you are going to feel so much better. Yeah. You're welcome. I think everybody can get a bit nervous coming to see a personal trainer, and they think, oh God, they're going to tell me to do this and this, but it's a pleasure to work with people and just to get them feeling really good about themselves, because that's all we want to do here. Okay? Now, I also just want to quickly ask, do you have any ongoing health problems or any history in your family with any heart issues, respiratory issues, anything like that? No, that's fine. I'd just like to double check. And are you on any medication at all at the moment? No, that's fine. We'd just like to double check, as obviously health and safety here. Okay, so I just pop that in the file. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you for being very, very lovely and participating. Do you have any questions before we go today? No? Okay, that's fine. I will give you a printout of everything I mentioned today, just to break down and just in case you didn't understand anything. And then what I'd like you to do is, if you just want to pop out to reception and book an appointment to come and see me again, I'm around, Monday to Friday, so you book an appointment when it suits you, but I would like to see you as soon as possible, okay? Yeah, no, that'll be fine, I'm sure. Just go out there and book an appointment, and I will see you then. Alright, you just want to pop on your top. Alright? Okay. No, that's fine. Alright, so I will see you next time. Alright, it's a pleasure. Yeah, I'll be printing those out if you want to go out to reception, and I will meet you out there. Okay? Lovely. Alright, I'll see you out there.